Welcome back, guys. Second take, and look who's with me this week. Chris took a bye week.
I took a couple bye weeks, but I'm back.
Well,
I'm
last
back.
week wasn't really a bye week. It was more on me, but still, man,
Yeah,
I'm feeling
your
better.
schedule sucks.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Listen, Chris on the show, John on the show. Let's hop right into it, man. Listen, birds first, man. Speaking of birds, man, they had a bye week and they played this week, man. Chris, let's talk about it a little bit. What do you any pros and cons? What do you want to talk about? Nick Sirianni with the haircut.
I mean, the Eagles. The Eagles are the Eagles
Yeah,
right now.
very consistent.
They're they're playing the same way they did last year, flat,
Hmm.
not exciting, and
Hmm.
it's really kind of depressing, you know.
It's the person
And
team.
then Nick Sirianni is going after the fans after winning.
Hmm.
Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what the fuck's going on in Philadelphia. I mean, at least they're running the ball. Saquon got 18 carries.
True.
Like it could be worse.
He only had 47 yards. So, I mean,
Yeah, well,
Browns
not
defense,
his best game, but he's still averaging like 5 yards a carry.
which isn't bad.
No.
But listen, one thing I saw real quick, Chris, and you can agree to disagree, but defense looked better. And Jalen Hurts, no turnovers. First game,
Yeah.
it's like last year, no turnovers. Here's a fun fact: he's 8-0 when he throws when AJ Brown catches a touchdown and Devontae Smith catches a touchdown. He's undefeated.
When they both catch a touchdown.
Both catches a touchdown in the same game.
Well,
Yeah.
that's like saying, yeah, well, when we score more points than the other team, we're 100 and 0, you know what I mean?
I mean, true, but still, like, I don't know. I just thought there was a little fun fact there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh, they looked decent on offense. They didn't look terrible,
No,
but
they didn't. Not
you know,
terrible, but it wasn't like
but they have a
anything
lot of stuff to
special.
clean up, man. Listen, I said this before, man. It's fucking preseason, man. I know we're almost in mid-season, man, but this is what happens when you don't play preseason.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild. We're almost halfway through the season.
Yeah, I mean, can they get better? Of course. There's always room for improvement.
They need to get
Uh,
better.
yeah, of course. I mean, defense, they had, what was it, 4 or 5 sacks, something like that.
Yeah.
They looked pretty good, so they didn't look too bad. What else did I see on there? Quinion Mitchell had that pass deflection, and I think CGJ ran into him or some shit. So
Yeah.
yeah, but that was nice though. That could have been a pick, but it's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think overall, man, they're just inconsistent. They're an average team right now. I think they're a team that may sneak in as a wild card. And if,
No, they're gonna I think the Eagles are gonna end up winning the division because I don't feel like the Commanders are gonna be the way they are all season.
mm,
And the Cowboys have
yeah,
lost big
terrible.
games. You know what I mean? So like it's all gonna depend on what happens this Sunday.
Hmm.
Like because this is their first division game. So I feel like
Oh, true. Yeah, it's Giants week.
yeah, if they can't beat the Giants, then we're in trouble.
Yeah, Giants have a good defense this year, man. They're horrible on offense. I mean, they got injuries out there. I think Malik Neighbors he may come back this week, but yeah, that's that. I mean, they don't really have a running back because we took their running back anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, yeah, yeah. I mean, we'll see how it is, man. I mean, don't fall asleep on the Giants, though, man. I mean, I know we always beat them, man, but at the same time,
I mean, they're 0-3 at home.
are they really 0-3? Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh God, they're about to be 0-4.
Right? Like, I mean,
Listen,
you can't, but see, like, that's my point. Like, if you can't come out and blow the brakes off the Giants, and because we beat the 1-5 Browns by
by
four
4.
points.
Yeah. It could have been
Like,
if it wasn't for the block kick. It could have been more, but I'll give it to them. They got that block kick.
but like excuse me, either way, you should still like 1-5. Like I understand that the Browns have a whatchamacallit, a pretty solid defense, like at least a defensive line with Miles Garrett. You know what I mean? But like 4 points, like you got to beat them better than that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, Deshaun Watson, he's terrible. bro, he was just like he kept throwing it to the tight end. He was getting his receptions. I was like, bro, it was driving me nuts.
Yeah,
But anyway, overall, man, that's the Birds first right there, man. Let's hope they play better this week, man, and we'll see. We'll see what happens on Sunday.
yeah.
So cool. Let's talk about these picks from last week. Dude, I was literally on the money with all my picks, man. All my picks, I was on the money.
I
Every team,
think I got two wrong. I think I got
I
the
had all of them right. First time ever, man. That's crazy.
I think I got the Commanders wrong, and I think I picked the Seahawks to win.
Oh, really? I had
Yeah,
who did the Seahawks play? They played.
they played San Francisco,
Oh yeah, I had the Niners on that. Niners always beat them, so I had that
which
too.
is interesting because, like, I don't know, I felt like the Niners haven't been playing the best football, so I figured that they weren't going to be like figured Geno Smith was going to come out and play pretty good, but I
Oh yeah,
guess not.
yeah. Wow, he had Debo Samuel had 3 receptions, 102 yards and a touchdown. Wow, he had a good game. Okay,
Yeah,
but Mark Purdy 3 touchdowns, no picks. So
yeah,
that was a good game. I was watching that too. That was a pretty good game. But they came back too. I think they were falling behind on the Seahawks, and they came back. So that was pretty cool.
yeah.
They find ways to get it done. And listen, they got a rematch, a Super Bowl rematch this week, which we're going to talk about that in a second. But let's move on here. Let's see what else we got. The Bears, man, just dominating the Jags.
Yeah.
I was expecting them to win, but not like the way they won. So that was pretty impressive.
How about Aiden Hutchinson?
Oof,
You
dude,
saw that leg?
that was bad, man. Dude,
That was disgusting looking.
dude, prayers up for him, man. Oh man, that's terrible. You know what, man? I mean, they had a dominant win against the Cowboys, 47-9. But dude, even if that was a Cowboys player, man, you don't wish that on nobody, bro. That's
No,
wow.
that was horrible.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, man. I hope he comes back stronger than ever next season, man. So
Yeah,
Hutchinson, if you're watching, second take, man. We hope you recover. We're wishing you a speedy recovery here at second take. So yeah, that was oof, man. Such a great player too. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got how about the
how about
Bucks?
the Bucks and the
Man,
Saints?
I was gonna say that Bucks and Saints, man. Baker Mayfield, man,
Man,
it's got a hot hand.
well, not even that. The Saints scored 21 unanswered points
Hmm.
in the second quarter, and like they scored 27 all their points in the second quarter, and
Yeah.
we're winning, and then they ended up losing 51 to 27 without Derek Carr.
Without their car. That is true. Kamara had a touchdown. I got him in fantasy,
Yeah,
which it's pretty cool. But yeah, dude, Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I mean, yeah, I'm
I
surprised. I mean,
mean,
those 3 interceptions,
four
man,
touchdowns.
he threw 4 touchdowns, man. He had
Yeah,
two to Godwin, bro. Godwin, 11 receptions, 125 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Jeez.
yeah,
Yeah, Packers came out with a nice win too against the Cardinals, against your favorite coach, Chris. Jordan Love, 4 touchdowns on a pick. I know you don't like Jonathan Gannon, man, but listen, Jordan Love lit that defense up, man. 4 touchdowns on a pick. Watson,
yeah,
pretty good game. So let's talk about Chargers won. That was pretty nice. Oh, Jim Harbaugh, he fucking left the game because he was sick. I think
yeah.
he came back. Could be wrong.
I don't know. I didn't get to see that game.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that. I think he came back though. I think they said he came back. So yeah, Falcons.
Steelers beat the Raiders.
Yeah, Steelers beat the Raiders. That was a good one for them. Speaking of the Steelers, real quick, Chris, Coach Sherman announced this week that Russell Wilson is going to start over Justin Fields, which I completely disagree, but I don't
Yeah,
think it should
why?
happen because they're playing the Jets. I have no idea, man. I mean, Justin Fields putting up good numbers, man, for the season.
Yeah, I mean he's not doing bad. I mean they're 4-2 with him.
Listen, maybe that's what I'm saying. They're 4-2. Maybe he just wants to give Russell a shot, see how he plays. I have a feeling that if he does play and he loses like bad to the Jets, he's going to put Justin Fields back out there. Might
Yeah,
play, man.
I feel like it has something to do with the passing though. Like
But
I feel
Justin
like Justin
not a passer either.
he's not, but Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson for a reason. You know what I mean? Like he can throw the ball, and
Yeah,
he's and he's like they can't rely on the run so much right now. Like Najee had a great game. He had 14 carries, 106 yards. But like for the season, he's only got 96 carries for 376 yards. So he's
Ow.
only averaging 3.9 yards a carry. So it's like they can't rely on the run game, so they have to pass. And Justin Fields isn't as strong of a passer as Russell Wilson. So it could be that, but and they could be looking to acquire somebody, which didn't who did Cam Akers just get traded to?
The Vikings. He went to the Vikings, I
Was
think.
it the Vikings? I thought he played at the Vikings.
No, he
No,
was
you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're
he was at
right.
the Texans.
Yeah,
Then he
you're
went
right.
to the Vikings, yeah.
And then, oh, then the other thing about that Mike Tomlin said, he said, I was getting ready for Devontae last week, and I'm getting
Dude,
ready for him this week.
Chris, let's talk about this trade, man. We gonna hop right in it, man. I mean, overall, listen, real quick, just to wrap up the last week, man. I mean, some again, pretty good games, man. I was on the money with all of them. I mean, you were off by a couple,
All
but
right. All
two.
right. Keep
All right, I'm
gloating.
just saying, I'm just saying. But no, pretty good games overall. All right, cool. Let's talk about this trade, man. Devontae Adams, man, chose to go to the Jets. Chris, surprised?
No. He linked back up with Aaron Rodgers. I told you that was going to happen.
Listen, he said, I think he said a few weeks ago, that he wants to play with a quarterback that he knew. There's only two, which is Derek
Yeah.
Carr and Aaron Rodgers. That's it.
Yeah.
So, maybe
But
Jordan
he,
Love,
but
but
like,
no.
he, Aaron Rodgers, I had a feeling that Aaron Rodgers knew that that shit was going to happen, to be honest with you. I had a really big feeling because it's not like
Mhm.
he needed another wide receiver. Like he needs someone who's going to continuously get open and support Garrett Wilson. Because like what's his face? Dude who already played for the who played for the Packers with him. Huh?
Lazard,
Yeah,
Lazard.
Alan Lazard's not that.
Yeah.
Alan Lazard's a slot.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a number three. He's not a outside guy.
He's not an elite two,
Hmm.
which now I think
Got that Hail
this
Mary.
just huh?
He got the Hail Mary.
I mean, yeah, but
I'm just saying
okay.
that was pretty cool. He got the Hail Mary before half.
But now that they have Devontae, it changes a lot of things for uh the play for their team, and they're able to do a lot more things.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Chris. I agree with you. It doesn't surprise me really. I mean, the Steelers were making a hard push for him. I mean, I think they're gonna go another route with wide receiver now, which we'll get into that discussion either this week or next week.
They're
But
not getting rid of Garrett Wilson.
no, 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 no. They're not gonna get rid of Garrett Wilson. I think if anything, man, I think it's good for Garrett Wilson because like when Devontae gets a double, now he's gonna start getting more touches. Because I don't know if you remember, but like I have him in fantasy. Dude, this guy was like quiet like the first 4 weeks. He was doing nothing.
Yeah.
He had a couple catches here and there. I think he only gave me like I think at the most maybe like 10 points. 10, I'm
Yeah.
like, that's it.
I
Now
mean,
like
it's similar to our situation. You have two
yeah.
number ones. You have Devontae and AJ.
Hmm.
One when one of them's not working, you go to the other one because one of
Exactly.
them's going to get double teamed.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just bound to happen. Now, I'm curious to see is how much Devontae Adams plays
Hmm.
because I mean, you gotta learn a playbook. I mean, they're gonna simplify it for him and end up, giving him routes that he knows and stuff like that. But it's just gonna be interesting how much they get him involved and how quickly.
I agree. I think with him and Aaron Rodgers, I mean, they probably have a similar playbook. I mean, you got to remember their OC out there was also the same OC in Green Bay when they were together. So
Correct.
he's probably already familiar with it. So I expect him to adjust pretty quick, to be honest. I think he's gonna have a good game against the Steelers. So we'll see. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
they're also playing the Steelers, so
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. I mean, Steelers do have a good defense this year, so we'll see. But what other trades happened this week? There was another trade. I know Cam Akers went to the Vikings. There was another.
Amari Cooper went to the
That's
Buffalo
I
Bills.
knew there was another big one. Man,
That is a big one.
great move. That's a great move, man. Chris,
It
let me
is.
so what do you think is which one's more beneficial? Who succeeds better? Like which one's the bigger asset? Amari Cooper with the Bills or Devontae Adams with the Jets?
To be honest with you, just because of the familiarity with Aaron Rodgers, I
Hmm.
think Devontae Adams to the Jets. And the fact that they hit the nail on the head exactly what they needed is someone to get open.
Mhm.
And Amari Cooper, I mean, it's really kind of the same trade, to be honest with you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
They need a receiver, man, because ever since Diggs left, they don't really have anybody.
exactly. And it's like I'm pulling up their depth chart. Like, who were their wide receivers? That's help me.
Gabe Davis, he left. I think he went to Jacksonville.
Gabe Davis does play for Jacksonville.
Yeah, he's in Jacksonville, so they had
Khalil Shakur, he's a rookie, I think, right? No, he's three
no, the
years
other guy's a
experience.
rookie. What's
They
the
don't have anybody at wide receiver. Keon Cole, he's a rookie. Coleman,
Adam
he's a
Coleman,
rookie. Mac fucking Hollins,
former Eagle.
Curtis Samuel, and Khalil Shakir. Shakir.
Now they got Amari Cooper.
Yeah. So they got something that they needed, but I just feel like that the Jets kind of came out bigger on that deal.
They got him for a like for nothing.
It was a third round pick that could turn into a two. The fuck out of here, bro. Why couldn't
Man, the Steelers, man, they could have given up a second and Russell
right?
Wilson. They could have done like I was predicting a second and Russell Wilson. I said that last week. I was like, dude, they're gonna give up a second Russell Wilson and get Devonta Adams. But he went to the Jets, so I think it's a good move for both teams. I still think more trades are gonna happen. Like I do see
Yeah.
one person who I think is like nobody's really talking about right now that I think is gonna get traded is Crosby from the Raiders.
I hope we get him, man.
Oh, dude, if he comes to Philly, that'd be awesome, man. But they were also saying like the Packers, which I think he'd be dominating the Packers also. They also said the Lions too. I think
I
he'd
was
be,
gonna say, yeah, now that Aiden Hutchinson's gone, they might go out and get
yeah.
Max.
So we'll see, man. I mean, it's gonna be really interesting, man, these next couple of weeks, man. I'm really curious of who moves and all that. So I think he's one name to watch out for. So we're gonna keep an eye on him to the next couple of weeks. But yeah, overall, man,
What
I like both moves. I like both moves.
I do too.
I
You
think
want to talk about some of the rumors?
sure, and I'll go over some things that us NFL fans have to accept in week 6, but go ahead. What do you got with the rumors?
No, go ahead. You go first.
All right, cool. So here's a little thing I found on Instagram, because I don't think I shared this with you, but things all NFL fans must accept in week 6. Here's a couple of them right here. I'm not gonna go over all of them, but anyway, or I might. Anyway, all right. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson are the greatest rushing duo ever.
Yeah,
Agree.
I could see
I
that.
agree. Purdy is a top 5 QB. I don't know about top 5, maybe top
Top
10.
10, top 10, definitely top
Johnny,
10.
Johnny, I know you're watching.
I don't
Johnny,
know about top five though.
Johnny may disagree, but I think definitely top 10, but not top 5. The 1-5 Panthers should start Bryce again. I agree with. I agree. I agree. I think they should.
I mean, yeah, what do they
Give him
have to
another shot,
lose?
man. Like, dude, see how he plays. Maybe this week, give him another shot. His value will go up, and trade him.
Yeah,
Let me see. This one I disagree with. This one was Russ is a better option at QB than Fields. I disagree with that, man. I mean,
I do too.
I get why they did it, but like,
Yeah,
you
like
got
I
to
mean,
base under Mike Tomlin.
yeah, like I was saying, it's probably because they need to throw the ball more, and
Hmm.
Russell Wilson is an accomplished QB at throwing the ball in the league. So I think it's that. Do I think he's better for the team? No. I
Hmm.
think Justin Fields, if you're going to commit to him, you have to commit to the future.
I agree. I agree. Here's another one. I'm gonna skip this one. That one's kind of irrelevant.
There was
Watson
an Eagles one you sent, wasn't there?
was there? I'll probably look at it in a second. Watson is the worst starting QB in the NFL. Agree. That guy's trash. I'm sorry.
He
But
is.
and the very last one I see here is the Bucks should bench Rashad White.
Yeah.
I think rotate him in. I don't think he
Bucky
should.
Irving, right? Is their backup? Yeah,
Yeah,
he's pretty damn good though.
he is, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, here's another one too. Here's another stat for all you Cowboys lovers and haters out there. This is a good one. Cowboys are allowing an average of 260 rush yards per home game, dude. That's insane, man.
That's a
Good
lot.
old,
That's a lot of
listen,
yards.
good old Jerry Jones, man. On his birthday, they embarrassed them.
Yeah.
Oh. Man, I loved it, but it was he got so bad because people were asking about Derrick Henry. Well, bro, you gotta invest your money, man. You invest it into running backs.
That's one thing he will never do.
Yeah, I mean Zeke doesn't count because he's washed up. So
Yeah, he
I think
barely even plays.
he's like, oh my God, Zeke is back, and like the motherfucker changed his number, and he like barely does anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, Chris. What were we gonna say? That was pretty much all I had there.
All right, so we got some rumors that are going around
Hmm.
the league. We got the Chiefs trading for DeAndre Hopkins.
Ooh, I heard that.
We got the Lions trading for Hassan Reddick.
Ooh, I didn't hear that.
We got the Dolphins trading for Bryce Young.
I can see that.
And this one doesn't really matter. The Cowboys trading for Khalil Herbert.
Running back from Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, Khalil Herbert.
We
Mm,
got Mike Williams from the Jets getting traded to the Steelers.
mm,
Dolphins trading for Jeff Wilson, or the 49ers trading back for Jeff Wilson, who used to play for him as a running back.
hmm.
Anything for the Eagles on here? Oh, here we go. Oh, that we don't need another fucking tight end.
What do they say?
We're gonna trade a sixth
Oh,
round pick to Tanner Hudson of the Bengals. Miles Sanders getting traded to the Chiefs.
ooh, that's a good one. But I
That's all I
mean,
got.
he's doing pretty good out there.
Yeah,
He's doing pretty good. So I mean, I kind of see that happening, but I can see Miles Sanders going to the Chiefs. That'd be nice.
yeah, that would be a big upgrade for them.
Oh yeah. Let me see what else I have here. I mean, that's pretty much it with me, Chris. Do you want to get into our picks?
Yeah, let's get into our
Let's
picks.
do it,
Hold on.
man. Before we get to our picks, too, Chris, tell me how'd you do in fantasy this week? What's your
I won.
nice, man? I won both my leagues too.
Nice.
I'm 5-1-1, and in our league, I'm 3-3. So,
Yeah, I'm 3-3 too.
and listen, for those of you that don't know, man, if you guys need a couple people off waivers, man, I picked up Tank Dell, who I picked him in my other league because somebody picked him up in our league quick. I was mad because I'm thin at wide receiver. But yeah, that's I'm doing pretty good. So
All
all right.
right, let's get into this picks.
All right, cool.
These
Let's get right
picks,
into it.
man.
Yeah, I got something to do in an hour, so I gotta run soon. All right, we got tonight's game, Denver at New Orleans. Chris, who do you got?
Is their car playing?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't think he is.
Yes. No.
So I'm gonna take,
Oh,
if that's the case, I'm gonna take Denver.
hmm.
Because Spencer Rattler came in and scored 27 points, but
Hmm.
I think the defense scored some of it. I don't 100% remember, but I'm pretty sure he didn't play well in the second half.
Hmm.
I think he threw one touchdown.
Yeah, he did have one. I think he had two picks, one or two picks, or something like that.
Yeah,
Let me take a look real quick. He had, let me see. Yeah, he had two picks. Yeah, one touchdown, two
yeah.
picks. For this one, I'm gonna go with ooh, I don't know. I'll go with Denver. I'll go with Denver just because I think Rattler, man. I mean, he's facing a tough defense, man. He's
Yeah,
really gonna get tested with that defense, especially with Surtain out there. So he
that's
might.
true.
So I'm gonna go with the with Denver on this one. All right, cool. So we got New England at Jacksonville. This is a morning game. What's up with these morning games? I'll be missing.
It's in London, that's why.
All right, cool. Chris, what do you got?
I'm gonna take Saxonville
Ooh,
because apparently they win when they go over to London.
well, that is true. They do win. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go New England, man. I like Drake May. I think he's gonna do something, man. I think he's gonna end that streak for them.
Okay.
Speaking of streaks, too, real quick, before we get into the Seattle and Atlanta one, the Detroit Lions have not beaten the Cowboys since 2013. I just want to share that for all you
Oh
Cowboys.
wow.
But yeah, dude, over 10 years. So they had that blowout win on Jerry Jones' birthday. Ooh, that was sweet. But anyway, let's move on. All right, we got Seattle at Atlanta. Chris, who do you got on this one? This is the Birds.
Seattle's or Atlanta's the favorite in this. That's wild. Um,
That is wild.
uh, I'm gonna
Mm.
take Atlanta actually.
Ooh. You like Kirk
just
Cousins, huh?
because I don't know why. I just want to like I just feel like Kirk Cousins is he's got a pretty good hot hand. You know what I'm saying?
He does at home. He does.
Yeah,
You know what, Chris? I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I was gonna pick Seattle, but they're away, dude. They're away
yeah,
right now. If they were at home, I'd pick Seattle, but I gotta go with Atlanta on this one, man. Kirk Cousins, man, he's proving a lot of people wrong. So he's proving that he was worth that contract that he signed.
yeah.
Atlanta on this one. All right, we got Tennessee and Buffalo, Chris.
Um, Tennessee at Buffalo. Oh wait, I have Buffalo.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got Buffalo on this one, man. I mean, Tennessee, man, they have a QB problem over there, man. Buffalo, they got Amari Cooper now, man. I think he's gonna be a huge. I mean, if he plays, he's gonna be a huge asset in that game. So I'm
Yeah,
I'll go with Buffalo on this one. All right, here's a rival here. Cincy at Cleveland. Chris, who do you got?
Cincy at Cleveland. I'm gonna take Cincy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll,
take
I'll go,
Cincinnati.
I'll go with them too. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati too, just because, dude, that defense, the offense of the Browns is just awful, dude.
Yeah,
Yes, defense is good. Can they get a couple picks from Burrow? Sure, they'll get a couple picks, but they're not gonna beat them, man. Listen,
yeah,
it's gotta be a team effort thing, man. You gotta score on offense, you gotta score on defense, man. They're not scoring on offense.
yeah.
And special teams, you gotta perform in special teams. So I'm gonna go with Cincy on this one. All right, we got it's a good one. Houston at Green Bay. Chris?
To be honest with you, I'm taking Green Bay
Ooh,
because they're at home and
Jordan,
it's starting to get cold. You know what I'm saying? Like it's starting to get that Lambeau weather, you know?
the frozen
Like
tundra over there.
exactly. Like let me look up what's the temperature at Lambeau this weekend.
Oh, tickets are 167. That's not bad for that game.
Lambeau Field. Oh, it's gonna be nice. Never mind. Hold on. I gotta rethink. I gotta rethink this.
Oh no, I think the cold is gonna start kicking in too. So,
I don't know, man.
do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go
All right,
first.
I'm gonna pick Houston on this one, man. I like CJ Stroud, man. I,
I'm changing my pick. I'm going Houston.
I'm gonna go Houston only because, like, yes, Nico Collins is out. I still think they're gonna pull it off, man. I think it's gonna be really close, but I'm still gonna go with Green Bay on this one. Excuse me, Houston. My bad. I think they're gonna be Green Bay. All right, we got Miami at Indy. Chris, who do we got on
I'm
this one?
taking Indy, taking the Colts.
I think is Tua coming back this week or is it next week? I think
I think it's supposed to be this week. I don't remember.
it's next week.
It might be next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Indy on this one. If that's the case, if he doesn't play, I'm gonna go with Indy on this one. If he does play, I'll go Miami, but I think he's out, so I'm gonna go with Indy on this one. I like the way they're playing. All right, and this is a really good one right here. Detroit at Minnesota, another good rival. Chris, who do we got on this one?
To be honest with you, without Aiden Hutchinson, I feel like that pass rush it isn't going to be as good as it normally is. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously it's not,
Right, right. He was a huge asset, man. Oh, it's a shame that had to happen. So
but I feel like Minnesota with Andy Dalton, right?
yeah, no, Sam Darnold.
That's what I meant.
Andy
See,
Dalton,
they're basically the same fucking person.
they basically are. That's funny.
So I mean, they've been playing great. I'm gonna take Minnesota.
Ooh, I got Detroit on this one, man. I think they're gonna end that streak.
Okay,
So
we'll see.
they both have dome stadiums. I think Detroit is going to play with a chip on their shoulder. I think
Yeah,
Hutchinson, that's going to hurt them, man. But I still think they're going to ball out on defense. I'm going to go Detroit on this one. All right, we're going to skip the Birds right now. Let's do that one for last. We're going to go with the Raiders and LA. Chris, what do we got on
I'm
this one?
taking the Rams.
I like the Rams too. I
Yeah,
like
I got the Rams.
Devonta Adams. He's not in Vegas no more. So
Hmm.
we're almost done here. We got a few
Their
more.
major weapon.
Yes. And I mean, dude, they don't have no running back. They have, I mean, who's their wide receivers? What, some bums? Like,
Exactly.
not literally, but you know what I mean. Like, some
Yeah,
third, fourth stringers. Like, bro, they're not. I like LA on this one. I'm gonna take the Rams. All right, cool. So we got Carolina at Washington. Chris, what do we got on this one?
this is the easy one's Washington.
All right, we're gonna go Washington. I was saying my upset was gonna be Carolina, but I think I'm gonna go Washington, bro. I can't pick Carolina as an upset. They're just
This
they're...
is going to be the next one is going to be a great game.
All right, Johnny. If you're watching, we're gonna go with your. Well, we're not gonna go with your team, but we're gonna go with your week. All right, Casey at San Fran. Chris, what do you got? It's a Super Bowl rematch.
It is. I like San Fran in this game.
Ooh, okay.
I
Think
think that defense is going to be a little bit too much for Mahomes, and the defense is going to score a couple touchdowns, get a couple turnovers.
Chris,
I don't know.
I'm gonna go
I
with
just got a
KC.
feling.
I'm gonna go with KC, man. I think they stay undefeated.
You
They're gonna be,
think?
yeah, I think they're gonna be the only team undefeated, man. I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with KC. I think they pull it off. Because listen, San Fran is good. Yes, they're gonna play good, man. But like, dude, it's just their injuries, man. I mean, yeah, KC has injuries too, but like San Fran, oh,
Yeah.
bro, they're just a mess right now, man. So not saying they can't win. They can still win, but against KC, it's gonna be a really good game. But I'm gonna go with KC on this one. All right,
Okay.
a few more here. We got New York at Steelers. Devonta Adams, man, his debut. Chris, what do we got?
I'm gonna take the Jets,
Ooh, okay. All right, cool.
especially since Russ is playing.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
he's rusty as hell.
yeah, I
You
hate you for that.
know, anyway, I'm gonna go with New York too, man. I just think again, if Russ is playing, man, he hasn't played all season. You're playing a top defense right there, top five defense, and Devontae Adams with Aaron Rodgers, man. That's a dynamic duo.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like the Jets on this one. All right, we got Baltimore at Tampa Bay. Chris will be on this. It's a good game right here too.
I'm gonna take Baltimore
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go Baltimore on this one. I like the way Lamar Jackson's playing with Derrick Henry.
and Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's been balling out.
They do
And
this.
I when we played the Bucks, we played the Bucks this year, right? I'm not
Mhm.
making that up. We ran the ball pretty well, didn't we?
Oh, Derrick Henry, he's about to eat that, bro. He's gonna eat.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I agree with you, Chris. I'm gonna go with Baltimore on this one. Dude, yeah, man. I mean, we played Baltimore too this season, so it's not gonna be fun for us.
That is not gonna be fun at
It
all.
is not. All right, so we got a couple more here. We got LA at Arizona. Chris, what do we got?
I'm gonna take the Chargers.
I'm
I hate the fucking Cardinals.
not
They're
gonna.
playing at 9 o'clock. That's so weird. But I hate the fucking Cardinals,
Oh, wow, it's
man.
a doubleheader too. Look at that. I didn't even notice. Okay. I'm gonna go with. I'll go with the Chargers. I'll go with the
I was
Chargers.
gonna say, go with the Cardinals,
No,
you
I'm not.
fucking jackass.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one, man. Kyler Murray, I mean, I like him, man. He could just be inconsistent sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, man. I think this is one game where he's not gonna be as consistent. So
Yeah.
Chargers on this one. All right, and then last but not least, man, Giants week. Manny, I know you're watching, bro, because I know you're gonna be talking shit. Chris, do we have to go over this one, or do you want to say a few comments for any Giants fans out there?
I don't have any comments, but Saquon Barkley, since y'all disowned him, per they say,
Thank you for Saquon. That's what I gotta say.
yeah. And like I feel like he's gonna run all over them. Like he's gotta have a little bit extra. He had to have had this game circled.
Oh, of course, at New York too, which is even like
Exactly.
back home. Like, listen, I mean, obviously, you and I, Chris, would both pick Philly on this one. Dude, listen, and Jalen Hurts, man, has a winning record against the Giants. Brian Dable has yet to beat the Eagles. I think he beat them maybe once, and it was backups. We
You
were play-
think?
yeah, I remember this was, I think, was it last year or the year before? We were playing backups, and he beat the backups by like 5 points. Then we
Oh
played them
wow.
in the playoffs, and then we fucking tore them up in the playoffs. He's like
I
one
don't
of,
remember that.
yeah, I remember that because I remember Manny, who's fucking watching, and I know he was talking shit. Oh, bro, you can't beat backups. I was like, bro, it's the last game of the season. Like, what? Anyway, I do.
Oh, I remember that game.
Yeah.
We it didn't matter for us.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but
I
anyway,
think it was the year we went to the Super Bowl.
was it? Was it that year?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, anyway, I don't remember. But anyway, my point is, man, look, listen, Brian Dable has, I think he's like a 1-4 against us. Jalen
Yeah.
winning record. Yeah, I got Philly on this one, man. I know Giants have a good defense, but they ain't gonna be as good when you play two star receivers. And I think we get Goddard back. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
it is. All right, so Chris, thanks again for joining me this week, man. We've really, really missed you, man, the past couple of weeks. For the viewers too, let us know where you're from too. We got a new subscriber.
Hell yeah, brother.
Give us your name. Tell us where you're from. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace.